Millionaire Wensleydale. Would you eat cheese with chocolate and biscuits in? You've changed since we've moved.
Just a quick one.
It's like a proper date night. We really, really enjoy this. Never done them this way before, have we? I'm just gonna drizzle some of this on. Let's go on to the major stress of that completely ruined New Year's Day.
Yeah, the garage. That one, you mean?
We had a flood.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to a new weekend vlog. It's Saturday morning and I just finished up this vlog, the previous vlog this morning. I think it went up on Friday. We're taking down all the tree decorations and having a good old clean and sort out. So I've just finished that this morning, which feels really, really nice. Let me know when you took yours down. Do you take them down between Christmas and New Year? Or do you take, some people even leave them up till the end of Jan. Are you superstitious? Let me know. Anyway, it's a working weekend. I think it might even be our first proper working weekend since moving here. It does feel nice to get all the Christmas stuff out the way. But we're heading out to a little farm shop and we want to pick up some goodies for supper this evening. So go and have a little nose there. Aid's working on my tax return this weekend, getting it ready to hand over to the accountant. Running really late this year, obviously with all the house move and that, we've been really, really busy. So we're going to be heading off to the farm shop now. We're going to take you along with us. We also wanted to discuss with you this weekend, I want to say all the problems we've had with the house. I don't want to call them problems, let's call them snags, because we love the house. We're so, so happy here. But obviously when you move into a new build, not everything is perfect, and that's absolutely fine. We're expecting that. So we're going to be discussing some of the things that need changing, replacing. We'll talk about that with you this weekend as well. So I hope you enjoy hanging out with us. Let's go and visit the farm shop. It's an accounts weekend. We're both doing, Aid's working on my accounts, I'm doing work stuff, but we've decided to break up the weekend a little bit and come out for a drive, and we're going to go and visit a farm shop, pick up some goodies for tea, aren't we? Primroses look really nice. Just spotted that bird feeder. I like this little place, it's really cute. Yeah. Wild boar and venison salami. This would be really fun to try actually, although look, £9.52. But for a charcuterie night, there's a salami selection there. Did you want any cake? Oh, have you seen the lemon curd sponge? Aid? I love Pernod.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to love it. I got into drinking it in Turkey. These are so beautiful, aren't they? Oh, look at these cans. Look at those. Oh my goodness.
They're really cool.
I'd want them just for the labels. Had a lovely drive out. We just felt like we needed to get out, didn't we? And we picked up some goodies from the farm shop, and I'm just prepping my sourdough. I've been doing super speedy sourdough lately.
Do you know what we can do whilst it's prepping?
What? Oh, you're about to make a beef sandwich, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll do that, but what else we said we're going to do?
Oh, I don't know.
I fancy a drink.
Oh, no, you're supposed to be doing my account. He wants to go up the road for a cider.
Just a quick one.
You've changed since we've moved.
Just a quick one.
Right, I'm making some olive bread. I've got my sourdough here and I'm just popping some olives in it. Bought these olives from somewhere, I can't remember where, but they're not the greatest. They're really soft, but they are great to add to sourdough and bake. I have completely pressed the pause button this afternoon. We'd planned to work all afternoon, and in the end we went to the farm shop, had a drive around and just really took our feet off the pedal, and we've just relaxed all afternoon. It's just been really needed. I'm so glad we agreed to having a quieter weekend this weekend. It's been so nice. Bought some goodies in the farm shop. Shall we show you those? I've got some bread in the oven at the moment, and we bought a sausage roll with caramelised onion, and we bought a sweet chilli Scotch egg as well. So we're looking forward to those. And I'm just getting charcuterie board together. That's some chutney that I made. A fig and balsamic chutney. Holly, our daughter, really recommends these crisps. So apparently they're amazing. So I picked up some of those. And we're gonna finish up some cheeses from Christmas. Holly left these olives that she bought. So we're gonna finish up those. It's gonna be a little bit of a finish up things. Also, what have you been watching on TV lately? We watched Saltburn. The kids didn't want to watch it with us, and we got the impression it was really going to be quite awful. For them not to want to watch something with us, you know, it's going to have a bit of a shock factor. And actually, we coincidentally watched it here on our own one night, and Holly watched it at home in her place. We both agreed, actually, it wasn't as bad as we expected. I think it was really built up. But yeah, I mean, there was obviously some scenes, but not something that I'd have felt uncomfortable watching in front of the kids anyway. I mean, our kids are adult kids, so it's a bit different, and we're quite open with the way that we chat about things. But it was really, really good. Loved it. Let me know if you've watched it and what you thought. Really good characters, really good storyline. I like the shock factors in it. Loved the mum character. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. It was fun. It felt refreshing, just something a little bit different. There's that, what's the series that everyone's talking about at the moment? Oh, we've been watching, we've just finished it actually. Oh, what's the program called? With Thingy from Big Bang Theory. Based on a true story. Loved it. Again, just a bit different. Really, really enjoyed that. We finished that the other night. And tonight we're going to watch, what's the other one that everyone's talking about at the moment? I can't remember. I'll get back to you on that, but I think we might start that tonight because everyone's saying it's really, really good. I bought myself a glass of Prosecco. We bought some cider in the farm shop, so I think we're going to have that as well. I'm just waiting for the bread to bake. Aid's looking for his glasses. He's got these cute glasses that I really like on him, and we haven't found them for quite a few weeks, way before the move. So it wasn't just with the move that we can't find them. But his glasses are really, really expensive. They've got obviously very expensive lenses, and yeah, we're a bit gutted because he's obviously only got the one pair at the moment, and he is reliant on glasses all the time. So he's hunting for those at the moment. They've obviously been put somewhere. The glasses case is missing as well. So yeah, he's looking for those at the moment. And whilst Aid's looking for his glasses, I'm going to write the meal planner for the week. I'm going to try and have a no-spend week and just use up what's in the cupboards. So I'm gonna have a look, see what we've got in the fridge and the cupboards, and see if I can get away without buying anything this week. Might have to do things like milk or something like that, but I'll see. Aid's found his glasses. He's been looking for them for weeks.
Months, not weeks. This was before we moved.
September, and it's now
than that.
January.
Well, it was before then, I think.
I like those glasses.
I love them as well.
Guess where they were?
I'm always the one losing things.
They were in my handbag that I carry around every
single
day.
bloody day. Didn't look there very well, did you?
I didn't think to look in there.
You did an Aid look.
There's a side pocket. I didn't look for them.
There are two side pockets.
Yeah, I never used those. I've got stuff in, obviously. You looked
I've
everywhere.
got them. I know, so pleased to get them.
I'm so pleased though.
Yes, me too.
Aww, he looks cute in those.
I do.
You just said you look cute.
Yeah, of course I do.
I think you do. In the meantime, I was looking on Pinterest for some ideas of what to cook this week. So far, I'm going to be doing a couple of soups. We're going to have a healthier week. Broccoli and cheese soup tomorrow, split pea soup on Tuesday, Mexican lasagna on Wednesday, and spaghetti casserole on Thursday. And all of them are veggie. Just going to have a nice healthy week. We tend to eat mostly veggie in the week anyway. Just taken a sourdough out of the oven. I have made a seeded olive bread today. Just putting together a charcuterie board. Just want to talk about Aid's chosen cheese. Millionaire's Wensleydale. It's got chocolate in it, Aid.
Lovely.
Cheese with chocolate and biscuits.
Now, I do like a sweet cheese.
You do, don't you?
Do you remember the fudge one we had before?
No, because it's not my cup of tea.
One, but we've had ones before, but they've never actually had actual like sweet things.
You've had what? I don't know, ones with pineapple in. You've had toffee ones, haven't you?
Toffee, that's what I'm thinking of, the toffee one.
Christmas pudding one?
Yeah, I've had that one, but I've never actually had one that's had chocolate in it before. I didn't think it was actually chocolate. I thought it was just like something...
Yeah, it's definitely chocolate.
That's quite nice, actually.
Would you eat cheese with chocolate and biscuits in?
Something else, off on a tangent with cheese.
Yeah.
We were at the farm shop today, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we were asking about cheddars and strong cheddars. Now, we were at the butcher's...
The other day, yeah.
And we did pick up...
actually, we need that cheese out.
Oh, I'll get out in a sec.
Yeah.
We love a strong cheese. Now, we normally get one, I think it's extra straw, it's the Waitrose, what's it called?
It's a vintage cheddar. It's not massively strong, but it's a nice cheese.
It's got a nice bite to it. It's not too tangy, but it's just got a real nice bite. Do you know when sometimes it just, it's just really nice on its own?
It's a nice flavour.
So we love our strong cheese. We went and got this Somerset cheese. I'm told it was really strong, and we got it, and it was just almost felt like
it's quite creamy cheddar.
Quite creamy cheddar. It was a nice flavour, but it wasn't what I'd call strong. Went into the farm shop and they had a selection, thinking, well, perhaps there's gonna be some stronger cheese. Oh, that's the strongest. But it was the way as if it was.
Yeah.
It was that's really strong. Does anyone like strong cheddar? And if so, what do you like? What
do you recommend?
Yeah.
We have, however, bought some pickled onions from a farm shop just before Christmas. We're yet to try them. What's this? Auntie Caroline's pickled onions. Homemade in the Cotswolds. Should we give those a go?
Yeah, definitely.
Try these pickled onions then.
Yeah.
I love our charcuterie evenings. They're so much fun, aren't they?
No, I think
it's become a thing, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I think we need.
Oh, they smell good. Could you smell them?
Yeah, I can. I smell them.
Oh, they smell so nice. Anyone else love pickled onions?
Now, again, pickled onions. We're just talking about cheese. Pickled onions. We love Garner's pickled onions.
Yeah.
They used to sell them in a really big jar. Well, I say really big, like a big jar. And they were only about £3, weren't they? £4. They don't seem to sell the large jars anymore, just the normal size jars, sort of typical to this kind of thing. But they were so nice,
but they're like £5 for that size now, aren't they?
Yeah, they've really, really gone up in price. So we've just been trying to find...
We've been pickling our own,
if you've been watching Lisa's vlogs, we've actually kept the vinegar from the Garners and actually just put small onions into them. They taste really nice.
Sometimes I chop larger ones in half.
But we saw these in the farm shop.
How much were they?
I can't remember.
I don't even remember buying them.
Yeah, it wasn't this time, it was last time.
Yeah, when we were with Holly.
It was, yeah, Auntie Caroline's pickled onions, homemade in the Cotswolds. So we're going to give them a try because we're yet to find like an onion that's just as good. Yeah. I think most people have a story about pickled onions, don't they? Because there's some member of the family that always probably makes pickled onions. It was my Aunt Stella.
It was my Bamps, my granddad.
And so those were so nice because they had such a flavour to them. They had a bit of spice, quite strong, kind of thing you couldn't eat loads of, but so tasty. I'm going to cut this up.
Do you have a family member that makes pickled onions? I'm excited to try these. Yeah, it was my Bampy that made pickled onions in our family. And they always had a good spice to them. I like to suck them first. Kick at the back of the throat.
I have to say, they're nice. They've got a nice bit of warmth to them. Flavour, vinegary.
Nice crunch. They're good. I would choose Garner's though, only just.
But it's getting hold of them.
How much were those?
You asked me already.
Oh, did
I can't remember.
Is there not a price on them?
Don't think so. Must be free.
Keep the vinegar and make our own. I think my olive bread might be ready to cut now. I've got our feast ready here. This has seriously become something we do once weekly, and we always have different things on our table. It's like a proper date night. We really, really enjoy this. And sometimes we try different things, like we've got the crisps today we've never tried. We've got the sausage roll and the Scotch egg. We try and mix it up a little bit. I'm excited for this. really enjoy our little date nights at home. It's so nice. It's something we've always done. We got in the habit of doing it when the kids were little, and you can't always get a babysitter and go out, and you haven't always got the money. So we always used to make the effort of having a date night at home. And we would make an effort and sort of have something nice to eat, get the kids in bed. Not frequently, it might even be once a month, once every couple of months, but it's something that we've always done. And now it's become a once weekly thing. It's only recently that we've started doing these charcuterie evenings, and we're really enjoying them. I'd love to hear from you actually, if you and your partner have date nights. My parents never did anything, and I've always vowed to be different from my parents because their marriage didn't go right, my first marriage didn't go right, but we were just two completely different people and we didn't do things together either. So Ada and I have always done things very differently, and date nights has always been one of them. We've always made an effort to spend time together, and even now when we haven't got the kids at home, we still make an effort to switch off now once a week and have a date night. And I always look forward to this evening, and it's nothing fancy, bread and cheese at the end of the day, but it's just time to switch off, not answer your phone, and just spend that time together. So if you don't do it, I really recommend it. And if you do it, let me know what you do for your date nights. And I've noticed that our kids do date nights as well. It's something that has been done with their partners, and I know that Holly and her partner do it. So I'm glad it's something that I've kind of like almost made the norm, because I think it's really important to spend quality time with your partner. I really do. I'm intrigued to try these truffle crisps. Holly goes mad for these, doesn't she? She gets them in Manchester.
What's so special about them?
I don't know, truffle crisps, but they've got other flavours as well. They're always a bit different, aren't they? I can't remember what other flavours. They're only £1 something. They weren't overly expensive.
I'm joking them.
She says they're really good, so I'm so excited to try them. Flavour. I don't even know what truffle tastes like. I'll wait for you to try them together. Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh. Almost a bit garlicky.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, I like those.
I'm not too sure. Not my favourite.
It's not an overly strong flavour. You can taste almost black pepper.
It's a bit like a really salted, but with a bit extra.
Really
not
crispy.
bad.
Almost smoky, black pepper.
I can't quite...
But a bit like a ready salted crisp, but with more flavour. More depth. I like them. I'm dying as well to try the sausage roll and the Scotch egg as well. And we want to watch The Tourist, the second season of Tourist, don't we?
Yes.
That's out. We're really looking forward to watching that. We loved the first season. Date nights.
Me too.
They're the last of our pickles, those ones, by the way.
They need to be used, don't they?
They're really dino ones, aren't they? They're really good. Right, this is the one. Oh, it's just come off. Fool Me Once. That's what we've been recommended. Oh, that looks good.
Snow.
I love this time of year because there's always really good things to watch. That's it. Fool Me Once. Everyone keeps saying we need to watch it, so we're going to give that a start tonight. It's not something you boast about, is it? Cut into the Scotch egg. Was it a sweet chilli one, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like chilli, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was $3.50 and the sausage roll was £4. That looks really nice.
Yeah, I know you can't see it from that photo.
Oh, look at that. That looks so good. I love picky teas. Let's change up the butters as well. This week we have got President, which is the butter that they have in Disneyland Paris. I'm going to try the Scotch egg. I can smell the chilli.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice.
That is so tasty. It's not spicy.
But it's proper.
Oh, it's got an after kick.
But garlicky as well, though. That's really nice.
That's a really nice flavour.
But it's a proper, I would call it homemade Scotch egg, isn't it?
It's the last one there as well. Really tasty.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it. So this one was it a caramelised onion sausage roll?
Yeah.
They're nicely finished as well, aren't they?
You picked the smallest knife to cut it with.
Oh, look at the colour of that. It's a very pink colour. Smells nice. And the ratio pastry to meat is good.
Quite a nice sausage roll, actually.
It's a nice flavour.
Meaty, but not too meaty.
Morning, it's Sunday morning. Aid's on accounts.
Good morning.
He's just made coffee, got stollen on the table.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing my nails. I'm trying really hard to stop biting them. And I've been growing them, so I'm just keeping up with the gel stuff. It's going to be a working day today. Aid's going to work on my accounts all day, getting them ready to hand over to the accountant. Running really late with them this year, obviously, with moving and everything. And I've got work to do as well. We've just been discussing what to have for dinner. We don't have anything planned, do we?
No.
We've got roast beef left over from Christmas, so I don't know if I can be bothered with a roast dinner. I don't know.
It will take time, won't it?
Or we have mashed potato. That's a better idea, although I do fancy roast potatoes. We'll have a think. I've been doing some deep cleaning this morning. I've got into a bit of a routine where Sunday mornings is my time to completely deep clean the bathrooms. It's quite a nice thing to do. I've just hoovered all upstairs and everywhere just feels really nice. I'm now going to have some journaling time. I've got a couple of journaling videos that I want to film for the week. And yesterday, my new bits and pieces arrived from Anna. So I'll show you properly these stickers. This is the January kit, which is called Love Letters. All ready for Valentine's, and papers arrived as well. And the thing I'm going to work on right now, I've got a download that I created and printed off, and I'm going to work on that in my journal. And I was going to work in my new home journal. No, my weekly journal. I fixed it the other day. It completely broke. It fell off my shelf, and the signature inside was broken anyway. But yeah, I'm going to work on that because I haven't documented anything about the moving in here. So that is going to be, I'm just trying to see the date. That's the week before when March, you know, I don't even want to journal about the move. It just makes me feel really dark. But I'll be disappointed. It's my weekly journal. So I'll be disappointed if I don't. I kind of want to skip it and just get to the good bit. How do you tackle anything that you don't like dealing with? Do you go full on, head on and deal with it? Or like me, do you? I tend to brush things under the doormat really and not deal with. Don't want to, if I'm totally honest. I got my photos arrived yesterday. Where are they? Here we go. My 3 prints photos came, so I might just work in my new home journal. That's what I think I want to. I haven't done the move in here, so actually I am going to do something in my new home journal instead. Something that makes me happy. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Right. I chose to have my photos printed with white borders this time. So I've got lots of Disney in there. I still need to make my Disney journal as well. I'm sure I printed, yeah, I've got all the new home ones as well. Yes. Here we go. I've got the move. And I've got, look at that. We had sun that whole weekend we moved in. It was so nice. There's the photos from when we moved in. Yeah, I am going to journal about something that makes me happy. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a page in my new home journal. If you like anything paper crafts, creative, I do have a journaling channel, which is It's Only Paper. There's a link down below if you want to go and check it out. And I'm going to have some journaling time. It's time to start thinking about dinner. And I'm going to try this idea that I've seen on Pinterest. French onion smashed potatoes. I think it sounds really good. I've got some potatoes here and I did boil them and I've let them chill for a bit. I've got the oven on waiting on 200, so I'm just going to press these. Actually, maybe, I wonder if with a spoon would be better. I need to go and get my stand for my camera, then I can do this. Oh, I always struggle doing it with one hand. Let's smash these in just a bit. I think I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Just gonna drizzle with some oil. We like to use rapeseed oil, that's our chosen oil. And I'm gonna just sprinkle over a little bit of onion salt onto each one as well. I'm gonna pop them in the oven on 200. I'm gonna set the alarm for half an hour. And now for the French onion bit. I am cheating. And to make the French onion, you're supposed to let them sort of caramelize for about 60 to 90 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let them saute. I'm going to do it that way. They're in with a bit of coconut oil rather than butter. Try and keep it a little bit healthier. I'm going to make white cabbage, but bread style way. So I've got some onions. I've been slicing up cabbage and apple. And we're going to put this in the pan. Let's turn that right down. Actually, it's like way too high. That's starting to burn. Let's pop all this in here. We're going to add vinegar to this, apple cider vinegar. This is going to be so yummy. And we're going to add a whole load of apple cider vinegar. That's a good start. 5 cloves going in, whole cloves. Let's give that a stir. And I'll leave this to simmer for quite some time. Maybe about 20 minutes or so. As it's Sunday, and Sunday's all about cozy food, and I've got some plums to use up that are going over. I'm also going to make a plum and apple sloe gin crumble. Jamie Oliver style. I've got an old pie tin. I've got some plums and apples. I've kept the skin on. I've just roughly sliced them. And I've got my favourite sloe gin here. Drizzle some of this on, and I've got a spoon, a very generous dessert spoon of brown sugar. I think I might actually add a bit more to that. And I'm just going to toss that around. I want that all to soak up the liquid like that. And leave that all to soak in for a bit. I might add a bit more sloe gin into that actually. And I'm just going to squeeze some lemon over as well and then give that a toss as well, just so that the apples keep their colour before I add the topping. We've got plain flour, oats, and marge and brown sugar. Make a crumble by sight. This is 1.5 cups of flour, and I've got that amount of marge. It's probably about 50 grams. And I'm just going to rub it together so that we get a nice breadcrumby texture. There, I've got nice lumpy bits in here, and now I'm going to add 2 cups. No, this is half a cup, ignore me. I'm going to add about 1 whole cup of oats. Mix that all up. And about 1 cup of brown sugar and a sprinkle of salt. That's going to be our crumble topping. I needed a larger bowl. I've ended up making so much mess with this. I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top. I think I've made a bit much as well actually. And then this can go in the oven with the potatoes. And it's going to need a little bit longer because the potatoes are nearly done. So then it would be perfect, ready for dessert later. Go, a bit of brown sugar on the top, and this is going in the oven. Potatoes have now been in for 40 minutes. I'm just going to give them a bit of a press down so that they're nice and flat. These look so good. Next up, I am adding a little pile of onions onto each potato, like that. These are our Cheats French onions. They did not caramelise for 90 minutes, that's for sure. But they will still be delicious. And we've got onions all over the potatoes. These potatoes are so crunchy. And then I've just grated off some cheddar, and we're going to do a little pile of cheese on top of each one, so that we've got like our little French onion topping. And we'll pop these back in the oven until they're nice and crispy and all gooey with the cheese. Today has been so handy using up all the leftovers. I've used up the last of the leftover potatoes from Christmas, the onions we bought. I'm now making some gravy, using up the last little bit of red currant jelly. The apples and plums were left over, and we're using up the leftover beef as well. We're going to share one of the ciders that we bought yesterday. I'm guessing it's reasonably local, seeing as it's from Somerset. And yeah, we're going to share this bottle for dinner. Oh, looks so good. And Aid sliced up the leftover beef, some of that, put that in there, and I've made the gravy with Prosecco. It's going to be so yummy. Those look lovely. We've never done them this way before, have we? I did season them as well just before I put them in the oven. So we have got French onion, potatoes, and beef with braised cabbage. It's really nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Intrigued to try the cider as well. Try it first.
Probably the cider.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's really nice. It's very sweet, isn't it?
A medium. Yeah, proper
I like that.
type of cider, isn't it?
Yeah. You're going to try... Looking forward to trying these potatoes. They look really nice.
They almost look like jackets.
Yeah, they are actually like little squash jacket potatoes, aren't they? With a cheese and onion topping.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah,
It's really nice. I got some apple with it as well. That was really good. It's really nice.
There's a real sweetness to it.
Yeah, I like it. Just taken the crumble out of the oven and it smells delicious. I am so looking forward to this. It smells delicious. And adding the oats to the crumble topping makes it extra crunchy. Oh, look at that plummy goodness. A few days later, I'm finally getting around to finish this video. I wanted to sit down with Aid and talk properly about some of the challenges we've had with the house. It's been very difficult over Christmas and New Year, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've just filmed a chatty video for our Aid and Lisa. So if you're interested in that, I'll link the channel down below. Right, where do we start?
I think we start with the boiler.
That was Boxing Day evening, wasn't it?
We came back, didn't we? We came back after coming into your sister's, wasn't it? And the heating not coming on, and
it was making a
no
really
hot water. It was
loud noise.
That was it. Yeah, it sounded like a
we
huge,
thought it was going to explode.
It's like a huge piece of furniture. Like if you got a real heavy table being pushed against the floor and almost big vibrations.
Insert some clips actually, so you can hear it.
And so I managed to restart it, sorry, turn it off and on again. The noise was still being made, but at least we were getting hot water, at least the heating was working, and this loud noise was kind of happening periodically. To cut a long story short, we also were having our toilet that was draining. I don't know if you've shared this on the videos at all or not.
Not really, no.
But the downstairs toilet was draining really slowly. So
you blamed my mum
for
blocking it on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It's the downstairs toilet, we don't even really use it.
Yeah, well, it's the downstairs toilet, but since then, basically, I said a minute ago, to cut a long story short, it seems to be there's a blockage in the pipe, which has then obviously caused a bit of, a bit of a backlog.
They think it's debris,
but basically where the boiler condensate drains, that obviously wasn't able to drain, so that was then causing the problem with the boiler. So nothing wrong with the boiler, it just the drain wasn't draining, hence it was obviously then locking out. So okay, at least we know it's not a problem.
It was really stressful though, because we didn't know what the toilet block was, and there's no builders on site. So like one afternoon, we just spent ages trying to find a toilet plunger. We drove around, even B&Q don't sell them.
I know.
Sink plungers, but you can't get toilet plunger. All afternoon we were driving around, but it's all the like you searching online or telephone calls to try and we spent, or you spent, so long.
It was the calls. We obviously have emergency contact numbers, which then you wait for a call back, and it was that night, are we going to get a call? And although it seems like insignificant,
it felt really stressful.
But it felt quite
though.
stressful. And then we did get calls back, and the call had gone to the wrong place. It needed to be diverted to somebody else. We then had a plumber's call us. Then the other thought was, well, okay, that's just another plumber. Are we going to get charged a call out if they came out? It seemed to have settled down by that point, so we said, okay, right, we'll wait until the builders come on site, and we actually had it checked out, because there was a couple other things that needed to be done. We had a radiator that needed changing, so when they were there to do that, we asked about the boiler, and all was good. So that's exactly what he explained. Because we'd had the blockage dealt with, it was all fine, and it's been working fine since.
Let's go on to the major stress that completely ruined New Year's Day.
Yeah, the garage. That one, you mean?
We had a flood.
Yeah, I think it may well have been happening over a duration, maybe even since we've moved in. I've been checking the garage now and again. We knew they even have a disclaimer on the wall, a note on the wall saying this can only be used for storage.
No, it can't be used for storage.
No, cannot. Well, yeah, no, but if you, okay, right, yeah, sorry. It's okay not to be used, or you'd use at your own risk, because it's not a habitable space. It is only single skin brick, so of course it's not insulated, so it's just going to be what it is. So, yeah, okay, we completely understand that. We understand it's going to be cold. If it's cold, it's going to promote dampness.
Which is what we've been doing, as you've seen.
Which is what we knew and what we expected. So, no surprises there.
We didn't expect puddles though, did we?
But we were actually getting puddles of water on the floor of the garage. And it was actually, had gone across 2/3 of the way of the floor in the garage. And I think it was the day after New Year's Day. And New Year's Day. I was there.
We were going to do something nice New Year's Day, and it just...
I know, and then we ended up, we had some towels, they weren't even old towels, because we'd actually got rid of, well not say rid of, donated to some pet charities, because we didn't want to bring extra things we didn't need to, and we're thinking we won't need old towels, so we thought, great, donate them. So we ended up using some of the towels that we had, and I was basically out there, laying them down, wringing them out.
Well, the stress was because the water was getting closer and closer to the fridge, freezer and tumble dryer. And that was the panic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Plus we've got like, my uncle passed, and I had already, when he was alive, he gave me a really nice old wardrobe for Holly's room. And that's in the garage at the moment. And I was so upset because that was getting wet.
Well, yeah, and the first thing I did, I moved everything that I could off of the floor. I mean, okay, yeah, it's our own risk anyway, but you don't expect a floor to get that wet in a garage. Okay, the cold. If the cold ruined it, that would be down to us.
Yeah.
But I think...
you worked out what the problem was.
I worked out what the problem was. First of all, I thought, there's a gap under the garage door. Is it coming through there? I ruled that one out by actually... I think I'd even left towels behind that, and they then didn't get wet behind them. I realised it wasn't the rain coming in from there, but it was actually rain coming from the side wall. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, okay, where's the damp course? It's well below, the garden's well below, but I think the level of the garden basically is too high. So, although it's below the damp course, it's at the same level as the garage floor. There's no tanking or anything like that, so basically there's no barrier. So basically the level of the garden is too high. It's below the damp course, but it's basically the same level as the garage, and I think it's basically seeping through. And I had, what was it, almost a whole 3 days of just trying to dry it out. I think after
you went and bought a heater, didn't you?
After the second day, I'd managed to get the dampness literally over to the 12 inches on one side.
Your hands were all bleeding,
and they were all, because I was wringing out towels.
And it was so cold and windy. It was when we had our storms.
Cold and windy. I mean, the amount of water coming out of every single towel. But I managed to get it back. I was then moving things around because
really
we still
stressful.
had, although I'd taken off the floor, I'd put like plastic boxes underneath.
I thought you were going to have a breakdown. You were so upset.
I'd taken the wardrobe off the floor, so that was done. The bottoms had got damp, but they're okay. We didn't want to bring them inside because obviously it'd been out in the cold, and that cold and damp straight into the warm wood, that would have expanded. So we left it out there, but left it completely off the ground. So I managed to get it all the way back, and then I was finding that the following day or hours later, water was still coming through, so I knew it was coming from the side. But yes, spent a whole 2 days just going out there, checking the heater, moving it around, trying to dry the floor as best we could. It is dry again now, but we haven't really had rain for the last week.
Weather. It's due to come later this week.
Yeah, so, but the builders have been good. It's something that they're aware of. They've got to come with us about what they need to do. They've already said that the level of the garden needs to be lower, but it's how they actually do that. So whether that means they put some kind of drainage in along the side of the garage, because it's great at the moment, but then if we have a downpour again, and we're quite open to the elements, like we've said before, we've got fields all around us. So I think where we are, we actually do take, should we say, a battering from the wind and the rain.
Yeah, it was really windy.
So I think once it rains again, we will probably have exactly the same thing happen again.
I just wanted to say though, because like somebody left a comment on one of my videos the other day about I really need to keep hold of onto the builders. It's not on that, like we still don't have the cupboard doors for the dishwasher and washing machine, and I did actually comment back and just to say that actually our builders have all been amazing. We can't fault them.
We cannot fault them.
They've just been brilliant. Like the doors, for example, when we moved, we came to the house on the Tuesday, we moved in on the Friday, and we expected, because we didn't take the upgrade package, which included appliances and that. We didn't want all of the bits and pieces, but we did want a washing machine and dishwasher, but we couldn't just have those on its own.
We had to upgrade the oven, we had to upgrade the hob.
Everything. It was like £5,000.
Which we didn't want to do.
So we just thought, right, we'll buy our own, but we expected to have cupboard doors so that we could just sort it ourselves, but it was an empty space. But instead, the company actually went ahead and ordered the doors for us and a new plinth. And so they've done that, and they said, no, it's fine, no extra costs. We haven't had to buy that. So yeah, we're waiting. I think because obviously that wasn't ordered until the end of November. It's been Christmas, but like our French doors need changing. They let us know before we even moved in that they'd noticed they were scratches, but there was a wait on them. So I think it was like an 11-week wait. There's other things that we've had to wait for. So there was paint and scratches on our bathroom radiator.
So that's been changed.
Towel rail, that's been changed. Got a whole listing. There's scratches on the hob, which they're changing. A lot of the flooring, the Cardine has got scratches. We noticed it as soon as we moved in. So that's
all in hand.
I'm still waiting for somebody to come and sort the drip out on the tap. But they've been brilliant, and they even noticed things
that we hadn't.
Yeah, and like when we moved in, there was even like where there was a few marks on the wall, they'd already been circled.
Yeah, we snagged them, so yeah.
But they even said if we damage anything, as in mark the walls, like when we were moving in, let them know, they'll just come and sort it. We can't fault them. Yeah, there's been problems, but...
And I think, for example, regarding the doors, they can only get the doors as fast as they can get them, but also
they're ordered and
but yeah, sorry, because they're for integrated machines, they've got to be fitted, and they've got to like drill like the fitting holes for the doors because it's different for every machine. They're going to do that as well. They don't have to, but they're going to do that as well. So
whereas if we'd have actually had Currys do it was going to be, was it an extra £125
for each appliance?
Each appliance, so that would have been 250 or 240.
Yeah.
And they said no, it's fine. They'll get somebody on site to do it. They've put extra fencing outside for us. They've
been asking us what we've wanted, although it's not even our land.
Like some out the front.
They're going to be planting because there's an area. It's a management company is going to be taking over the non-owned areas, like class them communal areas. But because we're right at the end here, we've actually been asked, well, what would you like there? Would you like grass? Would you like? They've got planned to have wildflower. Would you like? Well, maybe something else, I don't quite know what.
Wildflowers, yeah.
But we've said, well, wildflowers, I guess because we're going to be the ones they're looking out at. They have been
They've let us choose all the fencing, even though it's not our fencing, we've been able to choose what we want. Yeah. They've sorted all the back garden out for us. There's been so many extra bits included that we haven't paid for.
I'd say the customer service has been
We've had two
really
hampers since we've been here,
Yep.
hadn't we? The light was upgraded on the front that we didn't ask for. They've just been brilliant, haven't they? Really,
Yeah,
really good.
no, we
and
can't-
everyone's so friendly.
Can't fault them. There never seems to be too much. There's no problem with anything, if that makes sense. So
no, we can't complain at all.
and it's a case of, I mean, I know this from sort of work, and I'm sure other people do as well. You can't fix things instantly. You need to have a bit of a understanding that things do take time. So, for example, with the doors, we know it's going to happen. We know that we've been getting calls. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's what did someone come around? Oh, that was it. But there was a mark on the work surface. We've got Caesar stone. There's something on it. We couldn't get off. It was either some kind of material like mastic or sealant. We didn't want to go and put anything too abrasive on it. So yeah, that was added there. And they had someone come over to deal with it. Only took about 5 minutes to deal with.
You did it with a razor.
Just a razor blade, very sharp. But then
we wouldn't have done that.
I mean, it's something I would have thought of, I think. But it's just the case I'd much prefer somebody else do that, because if they damage it, it's down to them to put something right.
We have, though. I am dreading this. We've got to have all woodwork resanded and repainted.
We're talking about skirting boards
and windowsills.
Most windowsills.
And the banister, all the rails, top and bottom.
Yep.
It's going to be a messy job. My battery's going to go. Hold on. That's better. So yeah, I'm dreading the painters and decorators coming. That's mid-Feb they're coming. We've booked them in for. We've got a really busy month at the moment. We basically could choose our time, but it's end of tax year, so we're both busy, aren't we? Yeah,
so we thought we'd give a week or so, a couple of weeks into February, and then do it, because it might be, well, it will be 2 full days.
Disruptive as well.
Yeah, and also with the flooring, that's going to be a half day as well.
Yeah, so there's lots going on here.
But we can't fault them. But overall, we'd much rather have these kind of challenges than I think what we've come from. So wouldn't change it for the world. And in no way it's a moan. It's more or less, I think the reason we're kind of sharing this is the fact of, yes, you move into a new build. A lot of people say there's horror stories with new builds. I think it depends on what developer you have
it's down to the customer service, isn't it?
But I think it's down to the customer service, and I guess we're saying this now because
we were tearing our hair out over Christmas, though.
Yeah, and it's sometimes you need to try and detach yourself and think, okay, it's all okay. And especially when I realised I got it working again, you think, well, okay, someone will be back on site. They're here to check it. We're in somewhere brand new. It's down to someone to make sure and tell us that it's all okay.
I feel we're being looked after.
And I feel we're being looked after. So we really wanted to share that, didn't we? So,
yeah, but let us know if you've had problems with your new build. I know loads of you have messaged because you've had new builds. What problems have you had? And have any of these problems that we're having, have they been problems that you've heard of before as well, or experienced? I'm going to finish this video. Sorry, it's been a bit of a long one. But thank you very much, and we look forward to hanging out with you next weekend. We went to a castle yesterday, so we're going to be sharing that with you next weekend, which I can't wait. It was such a lovely day, wasn't it?
It was nice,
really
actually.
nice.
A bit cold.
It was
nice though, it was dry.
Perfect.
It was dry though.
But have a great week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye.